Shalom. Today I'm talking about the Bema versus the Great White Throne. Yeah, there are two judgments in the scripture, and one is for the believer and one is for the unbelievers. Yeah. Today I'm talking about the Bema versus the Great White Throne. Because many people are not aware that both the believers and the unbelievers will appear before the judgment seat. Everyone will be judged. Everyone will stand before Yahusha and will receive judgment. Is if you will be called, or if you are called to come to the Great White Judgment Seat, because one is good and one is bad, because the Bema means the mercy seat, the judgment seat of Yahusha, and the Great White Throne is the throne where everyone will stand who is not inscribed in the book of life. And you can choose in your lifetime where you want to be, because one will send you into eternal destruction, and the other one will where you will get your reward for your service for Yahusha. And we go through the scriptures about judgment, because the judgment is coming. The judgment is around the corner. Yahusha is not returning again as servant, but as King of Kings and Master of Masters. He will return to judge. The judge is at hand. The judgment is at hand. The judge is at the door, and we have to be prepared, because Yahuah will judge the world. Everyone will get judged. Everyone. No one can hide. No one. And we will discover two sides, which is the Bema. We go through the Bema seat and through the Great White Judgment seat, because both judgments are different. Yeah, and we go first to the Bema, the mercy seat. Yeah, this seat is for the believers, those who accepted Yahuah, who accepted Yahusha, who have kept the law, who have kept the Torah, and it is for the reward, when you will receive your reward for what you have done for him. Yeah, because you cannot walk with Yahuah but not bring forth fruits for him. And if you don't do well, you will end by the judgment seat at the Great White Throne. And we go to Romans 14 verse 10 to 12. Because everyone will get judged. No one will walk free. We go to Romans 14 verse 10. But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set a naught by thy brother? For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Messiah. Here for the judgment seat, it is in the Greek word Bema. Yeah, Bema means mercy seat. It means judgment seat. It means where you will get your reward. Here stands But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set at naught thy brother? For we shall stand all before the judgment seat of Hamashiach. For it is written, as I live, says Yahuah, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Elohim. So then every one of us shall give account of himself to Elohim. Let us not judge therefore one another any more, but judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block or an accusation to fall in his brother's way. We repeat. But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set not thy brother? For we shall all stand before the Bema seat of Hamashiach. The judgment seat here means Bema. It means mercy seat. It means you get your reward for doing good or evil. We go to 1 Corinthians 3. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 10. According to the grace of Elohim, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builds thereon. But let every one take heed how he builds thereon. For other foundation can no man lay that is laid, which is Yahusha HaMashiach. Now if any man build upon his foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stumble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work updie, which he has built thereon, he shall receive a reward. If any man works shall be burned, but shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Elohim, that is the Ruach of Elohim dwells in you? If any man defiles the temple of Elohim, him shall Yahuah destroy, for the temple of Elohim is holy, which temple are ye. You will be tested by the judgment. The judgment is fiery, and you will go through. The lifetime, you will feel it also, but also when you will end before the great white judgment. You have to discover if you are an unbeliever. Never believe, don't obey Yahuah's commandments, don't walk this truth walk, you will end by the great white judgment seat. If you are a believer, if you have kept the Torah, if you have accepted the blood, if you have crucified your daily flesh, then you will be at the Bema, at the mercy seat of Yahusha. Because after this death, if you die here, you will be before the judgment. Yeah, you will receive your judgment immediately when you end here your life. Yeah, you will see the one. Either you have rejected him, or you have received him. You have to decide now where you want to end. Because two judgments are waiting for you. Either the mercy seat or the great white judgment seat. But woe unto those who end at the white judgment seat, because this one will lead you into hell, into the lake of fire. There you will end then. If you don't accept him now, you will be there. And we go to 2 Corinthians 5, verse 1 to 10. Oh, I have forgotten. 1 Corinthians 5, 1 Corinthians 4, let a man's account of us as of the minister of Hamashiach and stewards of the mysteries of Elohim. Moreover, it is required instead words that a man be found faithful. But with me it is a very small thing that I should be judged of you, or of man's judgment. Yea, I judge not mine own self. For I know nothing by myself, yet I am not hereby justified. But he that judged me is Yahuah. Therefore judge nothing before the time, until Yahuah come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and makes manifest the counsel of the hearts. And then shall every man praise Elohim. Everyone will be judged. Everyone will end up somewhere at the judgment day. Because here stands, therefore judge nothing before the time, until Yahuah come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsels of their hearts, and then shall every man praise Elohim. Yeah. And we go to 2 Corinthians 5, 1-10. For we know that our earthly house is this tabernacle where dissolved. We have a building of Elohim, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be close upon with our house which is from heavens. If so be that being close we shall not be found naked. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened. Not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortal might be swallowed up of life. Now he that has wrought us for the same thing is Elohim, who also has given unto us the earnest of the Ruach. Therefore be always confined, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent with Yahuah. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are convinced, and I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body, and to be present with Yahuah. Wherefore we labor, that whatever present or absent we might be accepted of him. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he has done, whether it is good or bad. We repeat, here it stands again the judgment seat, and in the Greek word, there it stands Bema, the mercy seat. For we all must appear before the judgment seats of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according that he has done, whether it is good or bad. Because, in fact, how can people think of living here chillingly, but you forget that you will be judged. All your deeds, everything what you are doing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, whatever is your essence of your life will be judged. Everything. Knowing therefore the terror of Yahuah, who pursued me, man, but we are made manifest unto Elohim, and I trust also also made manifest in our consciences. For we commended ourselves again unto you, but given you ascension to glory on our behalf, that ye may have somewhat to answer them which glory in appearance and not in heart. For whatever we be beside ourselves, it is to Elohim, or whatever we be sober, it is for your cause. For the love of Hamashiach constand us before. We thus judge that if one dies for all, then we are all dead, and that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto him which dies for them and rose again. Wherefore henceforth know we no more man after the flesh. Yea, thou we have known Hamashiach after the flesh, yet now henceforth know we him no more. Therefore if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature, old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new, and all things are of Elohim, who has reconciled us to himself by Yahusha HaMashiach, and has given to us the ministry of reconciliation, to wit that Elohim was in Hamashiach, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their transgressions unto them, and has committed unto us the word of reconciliation. Now then, we are ambassadors for Yahusha. As thou Elohim did beseech you by us, we pray you in Hamashiach's stead, be ye reconciled to Elohim, for he has made him to be sin for us, who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of Elohim in him. Yeah, you have to decide. You have both ways. Yeah, and we go further, cause the Bema seed is for those who are reconciled with Yahuah, who keep the Torah, who keep the feast days, who have left the pagan ways of man and have accepted the ways of Yahuah. We go to Romans 8. Romans 8. Therefore is there therefore no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahusha, who walk not after the flesh but after the Ruach. For the Torah of the Ruach of life in Hamashiach Yahusha has made me free from the Torah of sin and death. For what the Torah could not do, and that is what weak through the flesh, Yahuah sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the Torah might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to the spiritual minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahuah, for it is not subject to the law of Yahuah, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahuah. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of Elohim dwells in you. Now if any man have not the Ruach of Hamashiach, he has none of his. And if Hamashiach is in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the Spirit of him that raised up Yahusha from the dead dwells in you, he has raised up Hamashiach from the dead, shall also quicken your mortal bodies, but by his Spirit that dwells in you. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many are led by the Spirit of Elohim, they are the sons of Elohim. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the Spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of Elohim. And if Elohim then hires of Elohim and joint hires with Hamashiach, if so be that what suffer with him, that we might be also glorified together. For I reckon on the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectations of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Elohim. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but the reason of him who has subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Elohim. For we know that the whole creation groans and travails in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit. Even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption with the redemption of our body. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is not seen is not hope. For what man sees, what does he yet hope for? But if we hope for what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Likewise, the Spirit also helps our infirmities, For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself makes intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searcheth the hearts know what is in the mind of Spirit, because he makes intercession for the saints according to the will of Elohim. And we know that all things work together for good, to them that love Elohim, to them who are called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, then he also glorified. What shall we say then to these things? If Elohim be with us, who can be against us? He that spares not his own Son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay any things to the charge of Elohim's elect? If it is Elohim that justified, who is he that condemns? It is Hamashiach that died, yea, rather, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Elohim, who also makes intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress, persecution or famine, or nakedness or peril or sword? It is written, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am conceived that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor high, nor depths, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahuah, which is Hamashiach, our Yahuah. So, at the great judge, at the Bema seat, at the mercy seat, there's no condemnation. You will receive your rewards. We go to Romans 3, verse 23. Romans 3, verse 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of Elohim, but justified freely by his grace, through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahusha. We have sinned and fell short. That's why Yahuah came in flesh and died for us, that we can receive the Spirit, the gifts, and what we have lost once again. That the Bema seat is made for us to get our lost Eden, our lost paradise back. It is the chance for us to get also our rewards, what we have done for him. Because if we love him, we do works of righteousness, we walk with him, we do for him, we some prophesy, some teach, some are evangelists, some pray, for some whatever. Our deeds for him will be rewarded. And Romans 4:22 verse 25, and therefore it was imputed to him for righteousness. Now if it was not written for his sake alone that it was imputed to him, but for us also, to whom it shall be imputed, if we believe on him that raised up Yahusha our Yahuah from the dead, who was delivered for us for our offenses, and who raised again for our justification. We will get justified before the judgment seat. Because Yahuah wants to pay us back all the good deeds what we did for him, if we have done it for him. And Galatians 6 verse 7 and 9. today comes much about it. Galatians 6. Be not deceived. Elohim is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. We shall what you are sowing, you shall reap. If it's good or evil, you will get it. You will find yourself at the judgment at two. You have two chances to end at the judgment, at the Bema or at the great white throne. And we go further. We go now to the great judgment seat, the great white throne. It is horrible to end there. Revelation 20:11-15.